Hi, my name is Jay Phelps, and this is Ear to the Ground. I'm back with Parthenope, literally cooking it up as she and her boyfriend Harry prepare a delicious ramen meal and play music from her upcoming EP. We also talk about her debut release on the Blue Note Reimagined series.
I'd like to tell you of your charms every day. If I may, I'd like to hold you in my arms every night, if I might. You're the object of my affection, and if you have no objection, I'd like to love you night and day, if I may.
We're just going, we're in it, so don't you worry. I get my good to see you. You don't know about one. What did you get? Let's see. What did she get?
I don't know.
Cabernet. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So tell me, we're gonna cook, or who's cooking?
I guess we're
Joint effort.
Joint effort, yeah?
Yeah, this isn't my kitchen, so.
Tell me, what are you cooking today?
I'm just gonna make ramen. I always just make like veg-based dishes like ramen and salad or like poke bowls. That's kind of all my diet is just that or soup or juice.
Okay.
Pretty plant-based. It's true, yeah.
Alright.
It's true.
Nice. Sounds very healthy.
Well, it's just what I like. People always say that and I'm like, that's just what I would choose to eat. It's not because I'm trying to be healthy.
Get the mushrooms.
Yeah, they're in that bag.
Are you supposed to wash mushrooms or?
You know, you're supposed to like pat them with a dampened tissue. At least that's what my mother said.
They soak in.
Yeah. So you're not supposed to really wash them.
Why do all jazz musicians just love cooking?
I don't know if they do.
Oh, maybe not.
I feel like, yeah, musicians just eat loads of rubbish, don't they? Because of the late nights and the lifestyle, I guess. I mean, I love art, as I was saying earlier. And so try and like go and see art when I can, and obviously like I draw and paint as well.
Can we see some of your drawing or painting? Is this one of yours?
Oh, actually, yeah, I did that for Harry's flatmate's birthday. So basically, one of his friends got him those flowers, and he was like, "Oh, they're so beautiful." And then I was like, "I can paint them, and then he'll have them forever."
Aww. Before we continue, if you enjoy this video, please make sure to click the like button and subscribe to Ear to the Ground for future videos.
Oh, yeah! So I've decided, because it's my birthday in 2 weeks and my family were asking me what I'd like as a present, and I sent them like an Amazon list of basically a whole set so that I can start doing like gel manicures, because I feel like often like I pick up like all these random hobbies, but they're very like personal. Like I don't do them with anyone else. Like things like art, like I'm just like doing that alone, or like if I'm reading just by myself. But I thought if I get into like doing people's nails, it's very social, and also like it's still like artsy and it's like fun. So I'm gonna try and get into that. Maybe next time we speak, I'll do your nails, Jay.
Maybe.
How much more broccoli do you
I feel like that's maybe not. We should do one more.
One more? I need to 3 people.
Oh yeah. Have you got eggs?
Yeah, but
I used to be vegan, Jay, and then when I met Harry, I just started eating eggs, and now I've not gone back. It's your fault.
I swear you were eating cheese.
It's literally like I was saying before, it wasn't even because of any like moral reason particularly, or like I didn't really have a reason to go vegan. I just tried it and was like just enjoyed like all of the new food that I was having because of it, and yeah, I just found it easy. Like it wasn't wasn't a struggle in the way that I feel like a lot of people see plant-based diet as, because it was kind of just, I don't know, it was just, I was eating things that I liked and that was kind of it. You know, some people just want to be able to do music and nothing else. Some people want to be like famous by the time they're 25. Some people want these numbers. For me, I said that I probably had to sacrifice maybe just certain relationships that were a bit more insignificant in my life. Things like maybe going out to the pub with people who I'm not necessarily that friends with, or like those kinds of social situations that matter less. Like now, if I'm having social time, I'm like, it's got to be with, you know, these my best friends or my family, or I kind of do a lot less of that casual social thing. But to be honest, like I feel like it's not necessarily essential, but for me, like, because I have to balance so much, and obviously, as I was saying before, the thing about guilt, and setting myself goals like every day. Sometimes in order to get everything done, I can't necessarily, you know, do those other things all the time. But I don't know, it suits my lifestyle, to be honest. And do you know what? I think living life that way has actually made me a bit more of an introvert. But yeah, that's why I said I wanted to get into a social hobby, because yeah, I think, you know, it's nice to not section yourself off. And it's so hard because I said before about how many different sort of areas of music I'm influenced by, like to draw that into one thing and make it, you know, still like resonate was really hard. It took me like a year to work out my voice. I don't know if I'm there yet, but I think this EP is a good like little piece of that, and good reflection of the current, who I am currently. So hopefully I'm still that person when it comes out, because we'll see.
Well, you know what? I will say this. There will probably be many versions of you in years to come as well. And this will never define you. No. This one piece of you is one piece of you, right?
Stuck forever by the glue on you.
And I'm Parthenope's boyfriend, and we write music and work together as well. So that's sort of the sphere in which we met. She actually booked me for a gig, and that was how we met. Well, she's great. Obviously, I think she's great. Her, like, in terms of like her sax playing, like the jazz stuff, like she's got a very interesting sort of take on things, you know, and she's got a very interesting sound, and like the way she plays and stuff, and her mannerisms I think are very interesting and very like unique and quite original. And in terms of her music, like the stuff that she's written and that we've worked on together and stuff, it's I think it's great. It's sort of her whole, she's always trying to incorporate, you know, keep the saxophone as like a part of it, because that's where she obviously is coming from. Although it's like songs, I don't know if you've heard any of the music, But whenever we're writing stuff, it's always like, cool, we got this song, but the sax has to be a part of it rather than being something you stick on top, you know, not just have a sax solo in it. So it's always interesting, like, working that out, and it works quite well because the process is often like something like she'll come to me with an idea, or so she writes lyrics like on her own. It's like, I don't know if she's already mentioned that to you. So like maybe she'll have some words and like phrasing and stuff that she'll have to start from, and she'll be like, oh, okay, let's put together like a structure or like some chords. Maybe I'll come up with some chords, and then she'll be like, oh, I don't like that chord, let's change it, and then we'll just kind of work on that basis, you know. So it's like very, very sort of, I don't even know what the word is, like sort of bilateral, I guess, or because it's not like I create a whole project and she sings on top of it and then like maybe we put some sax in. It's like very much like maybe one of us has an idea and we'll start from there, but like if one of us wants to change something, you know, often she'll have little ideas about pieces of arrangement or something like that, and yeah, it's very sort of two-way, you know, and it's like I love listening back to the demos right at the start, you know, because you can hear like, oh, okay, we started there, but like it doesn't really sound like that anymore, you know. And in terms of like the textures and stuff, texture's very important, because obviously she plays like flute and violin and all this other stuff which we can add in. So it's yeah, I think the thing that like sets it apart in some ways is like the saxophone being a part of it rather than like the icing on the cake, you know what I mean?
And she's so young as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean, she's 21 next week.
Yeah. It's a lot of talent in a very young person.
For sure, man.
You know?
She's always keeping me on my toes.
Blue Note Reimagined.
Yay! It's out.
Wonderful. How did you get approached for that?
So I did a show with Connor, my friend Connor, and that was at Jazz Cafe, and that was at a time when he had a lot of A&R circling him, and on that show I got approached by a couple of people. One of them was the head of A&R at Decca, and that was like the start of a relationship with them, and a part of what came of that was being asked to do the project, which is cool. And it was my first like real experience of you know, this is the brief, we need it done by this deadline, it's going to be in this huge project, like this is it, like this is you recording and releasing music kind of thing, because I was doing so much of that, but just like as a casual thing, like on, you know, most of this, nothing's going to come of it, I'm just doing it to be creative and to practice. And then suddenly I had like, you are going to release this thing, and that was really like a learning experience for me. But yeah, it's out and I'm proud of it. My music's quite different now to that. I made it in January. But as you said, it's just little pieces of like the diary and who you were at the time, and yeah, I mean, I'm still proud of it, so go check it out on streaming platforms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's take a little look at this as well. Whee. Chef Harry in the house.